I mean, mentally, I mean, it's a job for me. Like we've said it, been here before, and just ready to go get it done. I mean, just mentally focused, locked in, just ready to go attack the day every day.
What are you expecting from Alabama? Is there a team you faced this year that resembles what they're showing, or is this a thing you guys are adapting for on the fly here?
I mean, like I kind of look at them like a mix between Penn State and Ohio, kind of in my own view. Feel like they're just going to come out, try to be dominant, try to establish their dominance early, same as we will, and just, have to go toe for toe with them. Yes, sir, yes, sir.
What have you seen this year about what Jalen Milroe has been able to do, and maybe how he's improved over the second half of the year?
Yeah, just his ability to just kind of read defenses. I feel like kind of got better as the season's kind of gone. Everybody knows like the kind of athlete he is. He's his best, kind of making plays while on the move. He's good at extending plays and just kind of making something out of nothing for real. So just got to keep him contained, keep him back there, make him most uncomfortable as we can, kind of throughout the game, and kind of try to make him throw us some.
Have you guys faced a quarterback with a skill set like that this year?
I mean, it's a code. Like I feel like I say, he's like a mix. I feel like Talia out of Maryland feel like will be a good comparison with just kind of his athletic ability, his kind of movements in the pocket, things like that. But no, I feel like he's a different kind of quarterback than we've seen, and we kind of know that, and we just kind of got to contain him.
Coach Harbaugh was saying that Alex is kind of able to help you guys kind of get a little bit of practice. Or how has he been able to help you guys prep?
No, he's given us a good look all week. Was all month for real. Just kind of running around, kind of giving us as best of a look as he can. He's been studying him, studying his movements in the pocket, things like that, and kind of just bringing it into our scout team plays and stuff like that. Has really been a good look for us. For sure.
Last year, obviously, semifinal didn't go the way you guys wanted. What do you feel like you guys have learned from that, bringing it this week in this game?
I feel like just the attention to the details, attention to all of the little things that kind of go into the game. It's not really the big plays that get you beat. It's all of the little ones that kind of continually add up. And I mean, just kind of going into this game, we just know that those little mistakes add up, and we had just to eliminate them for real. Just eliminate all the small mistakes, squeeze out all the things that we can. That's pretty much what we've been working on all season long. Just start through our preparation. Through the way we prepare, through the way we practice, things like that, just ironing out all the small details and things.
Is there a change in Vegas attitude that you can sense or approach, kind of you guys went into last year versus this year?
Yeah, I feel like guys just more locked in, not really into all the oohs and ahs of what's going on around us. We all know that this kind of a business trip. Everybody know what's going on. We know where this train's headed. So everybody's more locked in, more comfortable, kind of in the surrounding. Just kind of know what this all about.
What's the identity of this defense? I know every year different guys, different players, but what do you think brings you together as a unit?
Versatility and depth, and I feel like just the comfortability that we are able to play with each other. I feel like just how close we are as like just friends, brothers, just kind of how we kick it in the locker room. I feel like we're just so close in that aspect that whenever we're out on the field, we kind of just gel together, kind of all levels, or pretty much the whole team, pretty much. Excuse me, but yeah, just the way that we gel together, I feel like we have a real close team this year. Like everybody, like on all levels, we trust in each other. We believe in each other. We know that the other guy has our back, and we trust in that. And we bought into that, and we bought into what all our coaches been kind of harping on all year with our pillars and things like that. And just having the depth we have really on defense, I feel like one of our biggest accomplishments through the offseason. Just having that depth, be able to get some off of the starters' legs, have like new guys can come in that doesn't take that drop off for real, and that's been really good for us this year.
Guys, biggest Jalen Milroe, how important is it going to be first contact for you guys to get him down?
Definitely. Can't leave our feet when we're tackling him. Have to tackle him like a running back. We know, can't let him outside of the pocket because that's kind of where he's most dangerous. Have to make him sit in there and play quarterback for real. Whenever we get a chance to hit him, got to make him feel it. Every time we touch him, he got to feel it, make him not want to come out of that pocket for real. So.
You guys feeling a little bit more pressure as linebackers and containing Jalen Milroe? Obviously, if he gets flushed out by the defensive line, he's probably just going to take off.
I mean, definitely. We know that's our job. We know we're the second line of the defense behind the D-line. So anything leads through, like, it's our job to go get them on the ground. Try to erase all of those unseen yardages, try to erase all of that, get all that out of the way. That's our job, the erasers, for real. That's what I try to call us. We're the tone setters and the erasers on the defense. So it's our job to, cover everything. Whether he running, whether he throwing it across the middle, that's on us. So.
A lot of players have talked about the four pillars on defense. What do you like about that kind of breakdown of important pillars, and then also the different assistant coaches kind of specializing in each one?
Yeah, I mean, I love just the way that all of the guys have came and really honed into it. It just kind of adds that attention to detail like that I was talking about, and the way kind of we just harp on it, and like it's something we talk about every day. Like we talk about it daily. Anytime we're watching film, we're watching our film, somebody else's film. We're talking about effort at angles. We're talking about like tackling and things like that, and it goes into every aspect of football. And I mean, it's simple, but just kind of harping on it, kind of buying into it, locking in. That's kind of like the biggest thing for it.
Sorry if you've been asked, but what's in the jug there?
Yeah, it's just some water and a few electrolytes for us. My ball out and rage gallon right there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mike, what have you seen from Alabama's O-line on film, and especially their ability to get to the second level and get to the linebackers?
I feel like they're good athletes, big, strong, powerful, can move double team, move D linemen off the ball, get to the second level fast. I feel like we just, as linebackers, we just have to come downhill, fit our gaps. Can't just sit back and let them climb up to us. Got to take the fight to them. But yeah, they're really big, athletic, physical. Probably one of the best O-linemen we faced this year. So just gotta keep coming down, play physical, fit gaps, and don't let them take those double teams off. Good athlete, dual threat. He's most dangerous whenever he's running around using his legs. Just have to keep him contained, keep him in the pocket, make him play quarterback, and just eliminate all the big plays. He'll get out of the pocket a couple times. Just have to eliminate those big plays. Erase him off the board. And get him on the ground. He like I said, that's where he makes all his big plays, kind of on the run. Just have to, whenever he does scramble, just got to make sure we all get him on the ground. It's 11-on-1 whenever he's out there. Got to make sure he feels us. So.
He leaves the pocket when he takes off. What kind of stress does that put on the defense?
I mean, yeah, anytime you're facing a Russian quarterback, it adds just another element to the game. Whenever he's running, it adds another gap in the defense. Whenever he's kind of running in the pocket, it's kind of the play after the play. That's kind of what we call it. Like once he gets moving, the play's dead pretty much, and it's kind of like free football. Everybody just kind of run around, so you have to just grab a body and kind of just plaster into a man. But, just having to make sure that we get them on the ground as quickly as possible, get our pass rush going, instead of just kind of waiting around and let them run around. Just make sure that, we just can contain them and get them on the ground.
How hard is a spy job with a quarterback like that?
I mean, it's hard when you just standing there waiting on him to run and reacting off of what he does. I feel like when you're playing a quarterback like that, you have to just take the fight to him. You can't let him just sit back and play passive. You have to, be the aggressor in those kind of situations. And, just going to him. Like, it's hard if you're just sitting there waiting on him to go. You're already a step behind. But if you're, doing the attack and forcing them to go a certain way, then it makes it a little easier. So
part of it as a spy, it's not just the open field tackle. It's also you're trying to flush him outside or inside, depending on where your help is.
Definitely. You watching him. You always whenever you have a quarterback like that, you always have to be aware of his legs. So you're watching him to make sure he doesn't get out of the pocket, but also like you want to force him to your work. You want to force him to your edge rushers, to your rush, away from the open gap in the defense for real. So yeah.
Mike, did you watch the Rose Bowl growing up? Did you do that on New Year's Day?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, not too much. I'm from South Georgia, so the Rose Bowl, wasn't as popular as it is like up in Michigan and things like that. But kind of over the years, definitely heard a lot about it. With all the history that Michigan has gone into the Rose Bowl, definitely learned a lot. Like Charles Woodson and all those greats that kind of came through and played a great game here.
Mike, earlier you mentioned how close you guys are as a unit on defense. Do you feel like that closeness kind of helps you guys like block out all the noise, all the headlines and everything this season?
Definitely. I mean, I feel like that kind of made us stronger too, just with all the adversity we faced since we started this year. Just knowing, that we said kind of at the beginning that we're all we have, and just with all the things that were going on in the media and everything, or everybody against us, and adapting to Michigan versus everybody, I feel like that just kind of bonded us together even stronger, helped us play together, gel better, and things like that.
Mike, you've been up here for about 20 minutes so far. You've been asked a lot of questions. What's one question you wish you were asked?
What's one question I wish I was asked? Sheesh, that's a good question though. I don't know, man. Flip the script. I don't know how we feeling, how the body feeling. I mean, it's more a lot of questions about Alabama, but I mean it's kind of it is what it is. It's where we are. I understand like what's going on, so.
With that, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great out here in Pasadena, California. Got the great weather going. I'm finna go play one of the biggest games of my life. So I feel great, man. I feel excellent.
What did Coach Moore show you in those last 3 games that you think maybe he's ready to be a head coach?
His poise, his ability to adapt. Yeah, he showed me a lot, man. Just with everything that's been going on, just with the team, like to lose our leader with Coach Harbaugh for a couple games, and to just everything happened so unexpectedly for him to just step up, take over that role, and the way he did it, like it did. Like it was nothing, honestly. Like just how easily, like he kind of just slid into the situation, came out, was able to coach the offensive line, to coach the offense, to sit there and be a leader to the whole team. Yeah, just the way he went about that situation, and just this whole season for real just showed me a lot that he's been ready to be a head coach, and I'm excited to see where that heads.
Were there big differences between him and Coach Harbaugh on game day?
Not really. We try to stay on the same kind of script that Coach Harbaugh would do. They're two different people, so it was a little different, and just kind of in that moment, like just not having Coach Harbaugh there with us, it was a little different. But it didn't take anything away from us. It didn't feel like it was like a drop anywhere. So.
Mikey, you had a practice yesterday, and finally got to get some early enrollees involved, and you're kind of more focused on the task at hand. Anyone impress you, those early enrollees?
5 minutes before we switch to players.
I saw Jaden Davis. I was able to see him throw the rock around a couple times. He looked good, especially not really even knowing what's going on, just him going out there and kind of just throwing in a couple 7-on-7 drills with us. He was out there kind of joining the fray, but yeah, he looked pretty good. That's one that I could say.
What about him looked good in your eyes?
His confidence back there in the pocket, his movements. I saw him doing some of the quarterback drills, his movements in the pocket, just the smoothness of his release, and just his confidence in his throws. I feel like he was out there running with the 1s and the 2s a couple times for some of our 7-on-7 drills, and just the confidence he threw with. That's kind of the first thing I saw. Like he wasn't really scared to throw it, wasn't really scared to for somebody to get a PBU or anything like that. He was out there playing confident.
Mike Jr. mentioned that yesterday you guys got a little bit of a history lesson of Michigan in the Rose Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
What stood out to you about learning about the history?
Just how many times we've been there, how many games we've actually played in. I actually talked about it probably right before we left Ann Arbor. We had all our banners hanging, and I'm like, I didn't realize we had this many Rose Bowl banners, but yeah, it was crazy just realizing the amount of time Michigan's actually been in that game, and all the achievements and all of the great players that actually kind of went through and played in that game.
And how does it make you feel that now you have the opportunity to add to that and create your own legacy here?
It feels great, man. I'm glad that we got that experience to kind of learn about all of that, because now, just imagining my name being up there next to, the great Charles Wilson and the great Woodley and things like that, just being able to make my name into this game and, be stamped into history is a great opportunity.
Coach Harbaugh was Rose Bowl MVP. How much did you know about him as a player before you started playing?
I didn't know too much. When the Coach Harbaugh I kind of knew really was the 49ers head coach, Coach Harbaugh. I kind of knew more about him once we kind of built that relationship during my recruiting, and once I got up here. But yeah, I didn't really know how great of a quarterback he was, honestly, until I got to Michigan.
Does he still throw it around at all in practice?
Every day, man. I'm surprised. He'll probably have his cleats on out here somewhere. He always has his cleats. He'll always be throwing the rock around with the quarterbacks. Always sit there. He'll be catching the quarterback. If you catch a pregame, you'll probably catch him pregame, catching the ball with the quarterbacks and throwing it back. But yeah, he'll throw the game balls to all of us in our team meeting after our games. That's kind of his thing. Kind of get those perfect throws in. But yeah, he's always throwing the ball. Once you got it, you can't lose it. So.
Mike, is there an area of your game that you think has grown during this long month off between the Big Ten Championship and today?
I would say my preparation. I kind of adjusted the way that I went about my preparation into film study, into like diagnosing offenses and things like that. I just feel like I kind of took this month to really dive into offenses as a whole. Honestly, kind of learning ins and outs of offenses. I feel like I had a general idea about it coming from offense, but just kind of learning more what they do in like spaces, formations, splits, things like that. Just kind of dialing into it more. I feel like they're more versatile. They have a lot of different things that they do in different formations, and I feel like just learning just different formations, different ways to run different plays and things like that, I feel like was really important this month off.
Have you guys faced a quarterback like Jalen at all this year? His style?
Yeah, I mean, it's similarities kind of all throughout college football. I feel like I said, with the Maryland quarterback, Talia, I feel like just the way he kind of moves in the pocket, the way he escapes the pocket, I feel like it's kind of similar to Jalen. But I feel like, he's his own player, he's his own person, he's different, and we got to attack him differently. Everything is not going to work the same. We know it's not going to work out the same as Maryland did, but, we're still going to attack it. We're still going to attack him similarly than we did, I would say, with Talia. But, yeah, he's a different player of his own, for sure.
How would you say Rod Moore's popularity has grown since the call game interception and the new clothing line and the NIL deals and stuff like that?
That's Money Man, man. Money Man Rod. I feel like, just it's good to see, his stock rise. I feel like just being able to see his confidence grow. But yeah, just being able to see, it's been good to see. I mean, I feel like he's kind of already had that popularity a little bit, but being able to see it grow, I feel like it's definitely about time, I would say.